What's with you horror? You and horror, like,
Guys.
how do you cast such a pretty face in a horror film? How?
You look at a person, you perceive a person or something. And the
makes
way
sense.
that people at that point, for whatever reason, were perceiving me is, oh, this glam sexy girl. You know, maybe
Got
because
it.
of the music video.
Got it. It's a dream of every actor to be a
True.
part of Sanjay
Yeah.
Bansali's project, right? Which is that project of Sanjay Bansali that you watched and you were like, please remake this. I will audition for this.
Oh my god, anything.
Today, how do you define stardom?
If you convince today's audience that you can perform, then you must be able to perform.
That's true.
Because
That's
they
absolutely-
really, they are critical.
Hey guys, my name is Shansha and today I'm going to be having a conversation with the super talented Palak Tiwari in the house. What is up, Palak?
Hello, Shravan.
This is long time pending.
It's been a while.
Hey, na, this energy is suddenly gone up.
It's gone up.
The entire meeting
Yeah.
is going to be like, what just happened here? It's a blast.
It's Shravan.
It's
Shravan here.
blast, guys. It's
Yeah.
Palak in the house. What's up? What are we doing? We are talking about this amazing trailer that I saw. It's called The Bhootni.
Yes.
Okay, what's with you horror? You and horror, like how does that happen?
I have no idea. I think,
I mean, guys,
guys,
how
Guys.
do you cast such a pretty face in a horror film? How?
to be fair,
Huh.
there's a lot to the Bhootni than just horror,
Huh.
which I think people will see eventually. To be fair, the trailer didn't give away much, and I
Which
think
is great.
Yeah, I think that's what our
Thank
director
God
was trying
for
to do
that.
also.
Yeah.
But there's a beautiful romance. It's tender and heartwarming, and there's obviously there's horror and there's loads of comedy. So I
Yeah,
think
there's
people will
humor
love it.
also,
There's
no?
a lot. Of
But
humor.
listen to what you said right now. Yeah, off late, a lot of trailers just give out everything. And I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would I pay money and come to watch
Yes,
the film?
yes.
So the fact that you're saying it's not given out
anything. You don't know
Yeah.
anything. Yeah.
Exactly. Now listen, I really need to ask you a question.
Yes.
And partly you will answer it, partly I think the directors watching this should answer.
Okay.
Okay. The first time I met you was three years ago. Yeah.
Mangtai?
Mangtai. Mangtai was 3 years ago.
Right.
Okay. And of course I was like, bro, talent discovered. What is happening? Okay. Why has it taken you such a long time to actually back something like which is meaty enough? Because I feel like, bro, there is a lot of untapped potential. And I know you know it also. So directors, you all have to answer that question when you all watch it. Now she'll answer it. Go for it.
See, I feel with me, when I think Mangtai was my second music video post Bijli.
Bijli, yeah.
And around that time, before Bijli, it was like, I think our industry is a very safe industry, right? We don't like
Okay.
taking risks.
Okay.
That's like that. There are no two ways about it. We don't like taking risks, and fair enough. There's a lot of money involved in everything you do.
Yeah.
I think pre-Bijli there was a why should we put our money there? Like we don't know anything yet, whatever. And then post-Bijli there was like, oh my god, she's brilliant for music videos. Then that happened.
So the box happened.
Yeah. And then after that it was, I think she's really pretty and like let's just do something hot with her. And I'm just like, yeah, but like that's not who I am.
Yeah.
Because if you really watch Bijli also, and if you watch Mangta Hai also, I've never played the sexy girl.
Yeah.
Because I don't see myself as a sexy girl. I don't feel like the sexy girl. I don't have that aura to myself, So that I think was like a miss. Like there was like this thing in our perceptions of me that didn't align for the longest time. And then Bhaijan happened. And I think it was around Bhaijan that the Bhootni happened as well. So it's not like there was a delay. It was actually a delay in just making a movie it takes time, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that happened. And I think all of us have dealt with it as
That's true.
actors. So I think, the struggle was just to be patient and wait for the world to see what you've created.
Do you think that it's very easy in the industry that we are in that people immediately box you and then you're like, bro, I'm an actor, so of course I'm going to do ABC.
Yes.
Now, just because I've done A doesn't mean I cannot do B, and just because I've done B doesn't mean I can do C.
I think, more than anything, I feel like as an actor, you have to be rather pervicacious. You have to know for sure that this is what I am capable of, and this is what I think I'd be best at. Because at the end of the day, you've not seen the casting directors or anyone or even the directors. They don't know what you've done. They only know what they've seen out of you, and that is often very, very limited. So I think if you don't stand up for yourself as an artist and are like, hey, I think I know what you mean and you're my senior and I 100% agree with you, but I think I just don't think I'd do justice to that.
Yeah.
I think it's very important to have that distinction in your mind.
But is easy for you to do that? Do you do that constantly?
In your nascent, I think the only way you can do it is by not doing certain projects. And I'm not saying, oh, I said no to a project. I mean, I know what they're looking for is not within me.
Makes sense.
You know?
Yeah. But has this, see, what I also know is that, you may say no to a project, but like you said, like our industry plays it very safe.
Yes.
So you also somewhere deep within know that if this is gone, I don't know that how long is it going to take for the next one to come.
100%. And I mean, clearly I've dealt with that. I mean, look at the gap between Bhaijan and this. But the thing was, I was very content at the time with this film. And I think that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
And I think he really helped.
That's why probably they call it the director's medium. And it's absolutely true. Have we auditioned for OTT?
Yes, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
You don't have to reveal much.
Yeah.
You don't have to reveal much.
Okay.
But we have.
Yeah.
And that's an avenue that's very much you want to look into.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do is, it's the manifestation hour.
Oh.
We're going to manifest 3 genres that you as a talent see yourself in. So go for it.
Drama.
Absolutely.
Romance.
Absolutely.
And maybe at some point, I would love a dramedy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Not bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a 4th one. I'm going to put a period drama to it.
Really?
Yeah, a period. Why not? Have you seen us? Bro, you look so good in a period drama.
Okay, fingers crossed. Please
Mansali just saying that. Why not? We should. Hello. Sir, Hiramandi Part 2, why don't you?
Hello.
Just saying. Hello. We say hello to you. Also, Mum is making all of us proud.
Hey.
We saw her in Singham.
Hey,
we also saw her in the OTT show. I mean, killing it. And how?
Yes.
So how does, like, let's forget Palak the actor. How does Palak the daughter react?
I think I'm extremely proud of her. But also my mom is somebody who's, I think, so overly saturated right now in terms of like satisfaction that she's felt with her roles, because she's done everything and then some, right? And so I think now she's constantly on the lookout for what really fulfills me now.
Yeah, that's true.
Because her romance with acting is, I think it's an everlasting one. Absolutely. Right? But you just need to, even in a romance, you need to find something exciting every now and then.
Yeah.
So I think that's the phase in her life that she's in, and I think whatever makes her happy. Right now, she's also doing a play that I know brings her a lot of happiness.
Yeah.
Ek Mein aur Ek Tu. And she's that's a comedy play, and I think that's phenomenal. I watched that recently as well, and I know that was something that she was really, really happy doing, because I think theatre is where an actor always finds
the truest. I absolutely
and I
get
think that's the phase where she is in now, and I think she's going for a show in Dubai now as well.
Wow.
So I'm really, really excited for the part in her career where she is in as well.
Bro, did you go through this in childhood? Because all of us have grown up watching Kasautii, and even today, like every time that tune plays, I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
I just pause for a minute because I'm like, suddenly I get goosebumps. Exactly. So for us, of course, it was like we switch on the TV, we know what's going to happen. And because tab OTT nahi tha, right? So you watched television because your parents watched it. And then of course, like Anurag and Prerna became like a thing for everybody, right? But did you ever, in your childhood, did your friends come and ask you, bro, what's going to happen or what?
Never. I think because of how young I was, I don't think
Did you even understand how big your mom is?
I had an inkling, I had a gut feeling that maybe this, after, if my mom is hiding in a burqa and there's a woman saying, hey, just by looking at her eyes, like, hey, is that your mom? That probably does mean something. So I think I was like, hey. But also, me being me, which is, myself who operates on 2 brain cells on a good day. I also, thought to myself, I think that's everyone's mom.
You thought everyone's mom is
like I would be like, hey, what time does your mom come on TV? I'll give her a, watch. And like, what is she talking about? So there was that phase as well, but turns out it was just my mom.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, but bro, like, I mean, Kasautii has been iconic. Okay. Do you today also somewhere look back and feel like, also, your mom saw stardom in its truest sense, because back then there was no social media.
I know.
So Techco, they were like, their fans have been into every household.
She's hidden with me in like storerooms because there's been a
mob
behind her, and that's like, I can't even imagine that in today's world.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I remember, the reason why I say it is because I remember there was this one episode of Kasautii where she was supposed to walk from Siddhivinayak to somewhere. Okay.
भागना था
कुछ तो था.
हाँ.
And she was supposed to pass my area, and there was this huge crowd, and I was like, what just happened?
Yeah.
So I think your mom has seen stardom in its truest sense. Okay, today how do you define stardom? Because whenever I talk to actors, they're like, hey, initially stardom was be seen less, but considering today where everybody's on social
The more
media,
you see, the more you're seen, the more
the more
it means,
work
yeah.
you get. How do you define stardom now?
I think now in a world where I think our audiences are so critical
Mhm.
of everything that we do, and because they also have like a sense of understanding and a sense of expectation, I think it's gaining reverence and undivided reverence from an audience,
Yeah.
from today's audience, and that's stardom.
Mm.
If you convince today's audience that you can perform, then you must be able to perform,
That's true.
because
That's
they
absolutely.
really they are critical.
Yeah.
And so I think reverence now is stardom.
Yeah.
If they respect you, because now they respect no one,
That's true.
you have to earn your respect.
And they're
now.
brutally honest.
Yeah, brutally honest.
Yeah.
Rather, I think a bit too brutally honest.
Exactly.
And I think if you get your audience's respect now, that's where it is, man.
Do you fear the part where probably you'll have a film release and there will be DMs where probably they'll really like critique your work, where sometimes it
So
may
but can
just
I
get...
tell you something? Critiquing never takes place in private, Shravan. When you see a person's DM, be it mine or anyone, they are filled with praises. It's the mean things that are said publicly, because they are the ones that garner a response from not just me, but
From
even the
everybody.
people reading it. Ha ha! How did this person say that? It's almost like a shock thing.
Yeah.
They try to outdo themselves in like the meanest thing that you can say.
Yeah.
So it's that, in the sense that it's sort of like bullying.
It is bullying.
Yeah, but
it is bullying.
But it is.
You
what
really
it is.
said it well, bro.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Man.
No, but does it get to you?
There was a point where it did, because obviously I'm human.
Huh.
And things can be harsh sometimes, and it is tantamount to, I think reading comments these days and looking yourself up is tantamount to self-loathing.
Yeah.
Because you read or see anything long enough, you start to believe it.
True.
And especially if you're up and coming, or you're working on your craft and you're still unsure. Because everyone goes through a phase where like, yeah, who am I? Where am I? What am I? What am I truly capable of?
Yeah.
And in that scenario, if you look at these things, it can be really discouraging.
Yeah.
So what I've realized is, just don't look at the comments. But who doesn't get the memo? My mother. Because she's like, hey, you saw what they said about you? I was like, no. And she's like, okay, so let me tell you. And screw them. I'm like, yeah.
Don't tell me.
Yeah, screw them. After like listing everything you said about me. And I was like, yeah.
Mom being mom. Mom being mom.
But it really affects her. Which is why I'm like, please.
No, but listen.
Yeah.
It is going to eventually
But
affect
that's
a child, right?
I think so much of it is just being misunderstood. And I think that's the most exasperating bit.
Yeah.
If you hate me for knowing me, I'd be like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Chalo, you know me and you still didn't like me, good.
Yeah.
Imagine hating a person you don't even know and making things up about them.
But it's free, it's free of cost, no, internet.
Yeah, so I'm just like...
Free, internet's free. We can do
like,
whatever we want.
That person sounds awful, but that person ain't me.
Internet's free, we can do whatever.
That's the most... Yeah, that I agree with you. That is horrible, but who does that? Who does that?
Give me popcorn and tell me who it is. Totally agree.
Yeah.
Chalo, but the last one coming your way, ma'am. 3 reasons why people should watch Bhootni.
Because it makes you go, oh, it makes you laugh, and it makes you cry, hopefully.
It also has Palak in it, guys. The 4th reason I gave you. So please go and watch
So
this
sweet.
talented powerhouse of talent that she is. No, but honestly, bro, I'm going to say this on camera, that this woman sitting here, there's a lot of untapped potential, and I see it.
So
I'm
sweet of
surprised
you,
how
Sean.
you don't
Thank
see it
you.
on camera, guys. She's also very sweet. And yeah, bro, she speaks her heart out, and that's what I absolutely love about her. It's so good talking to you. Keep killing it. I'm going to see you super soon.
Yes.
Till then, this one, guys, is a wrap.
Bye.